Culture of the Crone. The culture of the crone signifies prima materia, the highest state of insight. Known as the triple goddess, this insight is the liaison to the individual materialism consciousness, the reflection of Christ consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence. The culture of the crone symbolizes essence, stream, and formulation, the mixture designed to make qualities useful. The aspect of the triple goddess is not three distinct qualities. In fact, the culture of the crone is the unified state. Essence is the purified anima, air or breath, back to the rightful heiress. This is the intrinsic or indispensable quality. Stream is that which makes possible. Formulation is the absolute necessity. The maiden mother crone. The culture of the crone is the elevation of the personality to a fifth dimensional anchoring. Think TV anchor, receiving a 10th dimensional solar stream. The culture of the crone is the multidimensional collapse coalesced via the superstream of Christ's material consciousness. This purity or emptiness is the perfection, individual materialism consciousness, the liberation which gives freedom to the outer personality to operate within the consciousness of the original wisdom state called the present. The culture of the crone is correlated to the black eye. Like a drop of infinity onto a petri dish, the pupil of the eye is symbolic of the culture. The symbology of the right eye is broken down as star pupil, starlight, surrounded by the iris and retina. Mechanically, retina is the light-sensitive layer of tissue at the back of the eyeball. Images that come through the eye's lens are focused on the retina. The retina converts images to electric signals and sends them along the optic nerve to the brain. Iris, the messenger, controls the amount of light that enters the eye. She adjusts the size of the pupil that is exposed. The culture specimen. In science, culture may be understood as the collection of a specimen. In biology, culture is tissue, cells, etc., that are placed in conditions suitable for growth, or a preparation of cells obtained from a culture. This analogy is being applied to understand the culture of the crone. Using the analogy of a specimen in a petri dish, the pupil of the eye is analogous to a drop of infinity being placed in a small petri dish, which is a small, shallow, circular dish, typically made of glass or plastic, with a loose-fitting lid. The eyeball symbolizes the liquid glass, with the lens of the eye as the lid. The specimen is used to study and grow culture of microorganisms or systems such as nature, society, environments, etc. The specimen or sample star pupil is placed on the petri dish culture for growth and observation. The lens, the lid's design helps to protect the culture from contamination and allows for controlled growth and behavior of the specimen. A message from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad spoke of Hiram being buried in a shallow grave, a shallow dish, or patina. Within this encoded message, he states, like the great architect Hiram Abiff, who was hit in the head and carried on a westerly course and buried in the North Country in a shallow grave, waiting for the power that will resurrect him. For in him was the plan for the building of the temple. Christ consciousness is being reestablished. So is the remembering of the culture, the all-seeing eye, a drop of infinity on a petri dish. The symbol of pi represents the petri dish, which is holding the specimen of infinity. Pi is defined as the ratio of a circle circumference, the distance around the circle, i.e. petri dish, to its diameter, the distance across the circle to the center. Pi is symbolized by the first letter of the Greek word perimetros, which loosely translate to circumference. Pi is described as beautiful, elusive, and an enigmatic mechanism. The miraculous symbolism of pi is that no matter the size of the circle, the value does not change, making pi a mathematical constant, adding to the allure. Pi is also an irrational number with no end and no repeating digits. The culture of the crone is symbolized by a circle with a dot in the center, signifying wholeness, unity, and completion. The specimen star pupil is dreaming in a petri dish, dreaming of a culture that wears bodies like clothes, saying made in America, now only understood as a drop of infinity. As consciousness continues to grow, evolve, and thrive, so too the inner vastness will ignite full remembrance within star pupil, the culture of the crone.